Well, it's that time, folks. It's that time. And you know what we're going to do today? We're going to talk about the 19-time mukbang dumpster diver herself, the one and only Foodie Wan Kenobi. You know why? Because she has been posting some of the most highly requested content over there on the YouTube and on the Kick. I don't even, she's back and forth. It's like watching table tennis in the Olympics. She's on Kick 1 minute, she on YouTube the next minute. Nobody know what's going on. Two different personalities, two different entertainment values, and all of them are so, how can I say, they are so high quality that sometimes I can't even watch it. My eyes tear in glory to see what the tears are just pouring out right now. Just talking about this content just does it for me. Like, I might take the weekend off because just seeing it, it's just something that you have to absorb. And that's where we at, folks. I know a lot of you don't watch it because you just can't take what she's posting over there. It just would bring so much glory to your day and happiness that you don't want to put yourself through that. But you know what it is? I'm going to talk about it. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to start out with her clickbait titles. They're getting better by the moment. I want you to just see this one. Look at this right here. Boom. Look right there. She said, I got crabs. I think it was about fish or something. Maybe she bought food. I have no clue. But if I saw that, I would think something different. But that's just me. So you know what it is, folks? This is where we are. We had, how can I say, the last video was the cops came there. You know, the SWAT team. They kicked in the door. They were like, oh my goodness. It's the one and only Chantel. We're here for you because somebody called the police. And none of this happened. Nobody believes this nonsense. But we got to go along with the story. You know, like when you read in a book, something like that, you can't change the story as it go unless it's one of them old books where they tell you to go page 5 and then page 7 and you make your own destiny. But that's not the type of content that she's pushing out here. She's pushing out clickbait, whatever she got to do to give us that content that we watch and praise every single day. So I was watching one of the live stream and she was talking about how she used to be so entertaining, right? And she used to do stuff, and she did in the past. She would do a little bit effort, at least 6% effort out of the 94% she didn't do, but it was way more than she doing now. So I'm going to let you listen to what she said right there. Boom.
I used to do more effort into entertainment stuff. Now it's just become like a reality show basically for me.
So, right, you heard her. She said she was entertaining. So I went and found some screenshots. Look right here. Boom. There's a one right there. She used to do, what was that? Time warp. She would do these little videos where she would go back in the time. She would dress up. She would buy, how can I say, unique items to make herself look like she was from the past. Here's another one right there. You see, there's another one. She have the red hair going on, and she doing all this type of stuff. This is the content that we used to get, folks. This is something that we would laugh at. We would have fun, and she would do silly stuff 99% of the time. But now I'm going to show you where we at, folks, how we have plummeted in stock value on the Foodie Wan Kenobi channel, and there is no recovery. I've been trying. I've been patient. I've been watching the Kick stuff over there. It is impossible to watch. So this is what you've missed, folks. Boom.
What's this? What's this?
What is that?
I don't know.
Merci. Oh, there's a light on the ceiling.
What? What? What?
Yes, folks, you can see where we at. This is, I don't even know what to say. It's incapable. I can't even find words that are mistakenly pronounced that have no vowels inside to pronounce the content that she is posting. I have no idea what was going on there. I just clipped a bunch of stuff, and that was in order. I didn't even have to mix it up. That's the content that she's putting over there. And the sad part of this whole thing, people is actually watching. Like, dedicated viewers are running over there. They spending their time, their moments of their life over there to see her just, I can't even pronounce what is going on. You can see on YouTube, I know I've been here a while. Everybody in the comments probably been here a while too. And if you're not and you just started today, you're going to be here at least one more day. So that's going to be more than a while. On YouTube, it always starts like that. People put effort in YouTube. They try, they put, how can I do screenshots, and they do screen recordings, and they put all the effort in to try to please the audience. And then it comes to a turning point on YouTube where, how can I say, you're going to either keep up the standards that you have, right, on YouTube for your audience. You're going to keep them, the priority. I'm going to keep this what I'm doing, right? Or you're just going to say, I'm going to get a paycheck over here and I'm just going to do whatever I want and not care anymore. And from what I see, even with former baby girl Amber Ree and how can I say Foodie Wan Kenobi, it was at a point they were trying, but they now completely gave up. You know why? Because the paycheck is coming in. It doesn't matter what they post. It doesn't matter what they do. And they see that. They're like, you know, these people are going to come and they're going to watch. They're going to donate money. They're going to join my memberships, my subscribers, whatever it is. And they're going to support my living habits and they're going to pay my rent. Why would I want to put any effort in that, right? When I'm going to get the same amount of money every video, right? So that's where we at. And think about it, with Foodie Wan Kenobi, we at a point that she don't even want to sit up. She just want to lay sideways all the time. She need to get a beach chair and just lay sideways, put some shades up there and just do nothing. Because if you don't even want to stand up in your video or sit in your video like forward and look at your audience, like really, this isn't, how can I say, this isn't a lounging place. This ain't a bedroom where we going to sleep at night and we got a pillow over here. But that's how she's treating it. And if you treat your audience like it's some lounging place like that, you could understand why people leave. Think about it. If I just came on my channel and I just sat here quietly and I spoke every few seconds right there and I didn't really say anything, would anybody come back and watch? Probably not. Maybe the most dedicated viewers, they'll keep trying to say maybe something's going on with him and he can't, he can't talk right now, but let me try in. But at this point, we going for years with Foodie Wan Kenobi. Former baby girl Amber Ree, for years putting no effort in, and they have not learned anything. Because think about it, if anybody's going to go to a job, right, and they're going to get to lay sideways and do nothing, and everybody else got to do the work to carry the whole, how can I say, the business you working in, and they getting all paid the same as you, why would you put any effort? And that's the saddest part. You come on a social media site, right? And you believe you could just lay sideways and barely talk, right? And or say nonsense like that video I showed you. What was going on there? Like, would you pay to watch somebody that just doing this all day long and just what? I don't even know what was going on. I could not comprehend. And I watched the rest of the stream. It was just unbearable. I was like, I got to tune in another time. It was not making me happy. I was like, wow, how is this even on the internet? But how I see it, Foodie Wan Kenobi has learned how her viewers are. She learned that they're very dedicated and they will pretty much accept anything that she posts. And that's the worst part. If you over here and you got thousands of subscribers or hundreds of thousands of subscribers and you've been doing this for years, you should try to better yourself. You should try to say, hey, what can I do for these dedicated people that have been here for years? I don't want to give them that stale content. I don't want to just lay here and do nothing and barely talk. I don't want to just go sit outside and do nothing and just scoot around and sit quietly as I could hear, how can a scooter bashing on the ground and boom, 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 like it's a train ride. That's not the content your audience is watching for, right? But that's the content they're going to be given and they have no other option, right? And if you just watch one or two different, how can I say, YouTubers or Kickstars or whatever it is like that, and this is the content they're going to give you, there's nothing going to change, right? You can't even ask for it to be better. It's not like you watch a bad movie on Netflix and you're like, well, the next one is going to be good and you're excited and you can change this. If you come tomorrow, right? If you come in a week, if you come in 52 billion years from now and 2 seconds later, you're going to see the exact same thing. Like the content is not going to change. So you know what I did? I did a little bit detectiveness. I ran over to Kick. I ran over to YouTube and I took some screenshots to show you how can I say stagnant this content is. I mean, the thumbnails is identical, the same position. I would think it was all filmed in the same day. Say, look right here. Boom. Here's some of her Kick streams. And what are we seeing? Foodie Wan Kenobi laying sideways and a million pictures laying sideways. Another picture right here. Look, more laying sideways, 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 and one more sideways. And then I said, maybe she's a whole different person. Maybe she's doing it big time over there for YouTube, bringing in them views, getting the audience hype, and doing something different. So I ran over there and look what I found, folks. I want you to get ready to absorb this right here. Look at this. Boom. Yes, folks. Once again, I know you're very disappointed, but this is the content we have. Laying sideways again, every single video. Thumbnails, the same. No effort at all. She won't even do a thumbnail. Think about it, folks. A lot of people don't know. When you go live, right, you could have the default picture right there where you just laying or whatever you're doing is smiling or dancing, and it will pop up there. But you can spend effort and time to go back in and change the thumbnail to something different. You could make something exciting, something that somebody want to click on. Like if I watched all them videos right there, how would I know what's a different day? It's the same exact thing over and over. But I think she believes since she getting thousands of dollars a month to pay her rent and all this nonsense, why would she put any effort? If she put a little bit more effort, it just wastes her time, right? She's like, well, I'm not going to get no more money if I put a nice thumbnail or I care about the audience. I'm going to get the same paycheck. So why would she even try? And the sad part of this, I want you to think about this carefully. There's actually people making videos about Foodie Wan Kenobi that just started. They got 0 subscribers, 1 subscriber, 2, whatever it is like that. And they are putting even more effort than she's put in all these hours and hours of live streams of laying sideways and all this nonsense. Can you think about that? Somebody that just started, they just getting in girl world here, they getting their dedication, they sitting hours watching all them live streams, clipping and doing commentary or reactions or whatever they put on the screen, graphics, something that's funny to make the video exciting, right? But the main actor, Foodie Wan Kenobi, can put 0 effort in, get millions of billions of dollars over there for the content that she putting out, and the people that are over here putting the work in, grinding their way to monetization, hoping at some point, because it is very hard on YouTube to reach, how can I say monetization? You got to get 1,000 subscribers, 4,000 watch hours. It's a lot. If you never made a YouTube channel, it's probably one of the most challenging things you could possibly do. You got to wake up every day. You got to pay attention, especially in this community. It's a lot of work. You got to sit there watching live streams on top of live streams. And if drama pop off, you got to wake up in the middle of the night. You got to get on that computer. You got to, how can I say, cut and clip and post immediately. It is a lot of effort, right? But the main stars here putting no effort. Think about it. Besides being awake, Foodie Wan Kenobi could actually be sleeping on camera the way she's at, right? She could just be laying there. And all she wants to do is complain about how the reactors and the commentary, steal her views and do all this nonsense. But I hate to break it to you there, Foodie Wan Kenobi. If all the commentary people left and all the dedicated people that watch you and all the reactors just said, I'm tired of this nonsense, and they moved on with their life, your channel would plummet even more. Think about it. You're not getting a lot of views over there on Kick. You're barely getting views over on YouTube, and you just struggling here. It's not the other people's problem. It's not the commentary people. It's not the reactors. They doing the work. They getting the effort and they getting the views. You know why? Because people want to be entertained. That's why they're here. And what you providing over there is not entertainment. I watch a lot of commentary reactors, and they put in that work, and they don't get enough credit, a lot of them. They did, even if they're not talking on camera, they doing something exciting, making something funny. I'd laugh at a lot of that, and I'm like, wow, I don't even know how to do that, but if I did, I would do the same thing. It's like an artist, right? Everybody got their own way to draw or sculpt or paint or whatever they do, right? Everybody's unique, and that's how the community I see here, it is very unique. You got to find who you want to watch, and there's plenty of people to watch. And the saddest part, the main actor of this whole thing, Foodie Wan Kenobi, and former baby girl Amberlynn Reed, is putting no artwork in here, no entertainment. They just showing up, taking the paycheck, and complaining and moving on with their life. And that's the worst thing you could do as a creator. Complain about everything, and that's gonna just be bad, right? You know why? Nobody come here to escape their life and all the problems they got to hear you complain every day and whine and moan and whatever nonsense it is. People come here to be happy, get a laugh, and see the drama and enjoy their day. And if you're not going to do that, Foodie Wan Kenobi, people are going to leave, and that's how I see it. Well, that's the end of the video, folks, and I hope you enjoyed. Have a great day. Later.